What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today, we're going to talk to you about SoundHound. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, what's influencing it today, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So SoundHound is down 0.42%. So did a quick 180. And in my opinion, this is a lot of manipulation today, especially pre-market. It was up like 5.5%. And then as soon as the market opened, it just sold off. A lot of this is to do with shorts. So I'm going to go over what they did and everything else. But this is a very clear indication of just manipulation. And this is why I've stated over the last several videos, yes, it's gone up quite a lot because of just more attention from big money as well as its technicals, but you cannot ignore the fact that there is a lot of shorts in SoundHound, and that's why it's been rather suppressed. But in my opinion as well, just with the broader market rallying, shorts will be kind of screwed in the end. But as of today, $8.87 the high, $7.87 the low, 40.4 million for volume, 38.7 is the volume. So a lot of volume getting in, a lot of big money. These are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. So like I said, a hell of a lot of big transactions. Big money is paying attention to SoundHound, and this is very like night and day difference from like a month ago. So I think bigger things are coming. As far as any news, nothing really coming out from the company itself. There was a couple 144s that was submitted on Friday, and so those 144s, oddly, I only got the notification this morning, so I don't know if that is what is prompting the sell-off. But based on this, it shows submitted on Friday. But like I said, I got the notification early this morning, and it shows two directors, one selling 50,000, the other one selling for this right here. So 20,000 doesn't indicate based on the explanation for tax purposes or anything like that. So it's I think this has been one thing that really did plague SoundHound, especially beginning part of the year, is just the fact that insiders are paper hands, and they could be selling for various reasons if they want money or whatever, but I think that is definitely a sentiment killer. So let me know your thoughts on that. As far as shorts, right now they are returning 254,000 shares, but that wasn't necessarily the case. They were increasing roughly around 600,000 shares first thing, so they are the culprits on why it got hit very fast first thing, because they just kind of flooded the market just by them increasing. They are essentially selling, so they added a lot of selling pressure, and then once they do the damage, they kind of return some shares. So that's how manipulation does happen. And yeah, all in all, that's what basically happened first thing. But right now there's around 3.5 million shares available to be shorted. So if shorts really did feel that it was justified for it to be read, they have more than enough ammunition to double down. So I actually did bring up SoundHound in my pre-market video only because of the abnormal amount of volume that was occurring pre-market, and shorts have been lingering for quite some time. And in my opinion, I think what is really going to happen is similar to Rocket Lab. So if we kind of look at this, shorts with them have been lingering for a while. Same goes for SoundHound, but then they just realized that they're about to get screwed, and then they just returned significantly. I feel like a similar type of scenario is going to happen with SoundHound. So you just have to be comfortable with a lot of volatility in the short term, but I do see a lot more upside coming. Based on the options, you have 7.3 million in calls, 1.8 million in puts. 49% of all the options being done today are bearish. So this is where, like I stated, as soon as the market does open, a lot of entities and probably shorts just buy puts, try and bring the price down, and then they benefit based on that, and then they kind of return, as you can kind of see right here. So it's another sign of manipulation. Of the call options that are being purchased, though, you do see a consensus for it to be above $10. So even though it's pulling back, people are still seeing higher highs coming. And looking at the bears and what they're doing, they're anticipating for it to be sub $7. So in my opinion, kind of evenly divided based on bullish and bearish, but big money is definitely buying the SoundHound dip today, and you can tell that based on this. As far as right now, with that $8.21, it is trading between its R1 and the pivot. So 757 is a strong support, wasn't tested today, and given everything, I don't see it being tested for the rest of this week. Again, dependent on data. We do have GDP and PCE coming out on Wednesday, so that could disrupt the broader market, but $8.53 is going to be the next strong target, so that's resistance, and then that is followed by $9.12. So I feel like higher highs are coming, and then once it gets above that, then it's just easily back to double digits. But quickly going back over to the chart IBKR, so I do have the ALMA, 5100 200-day moving average, stochastic RSI, and MACD. So MACD is looking very bullish on the 1 year chart. That's what I'm looking at on a side note. So it's above pretty much everything that I like to look at. So this is showing very strong strength, kind of moving higher. Moving over to the 1 month though, this is where you're seeing some weakness. So right now it is below the ALMA for that. So it does need to get above that $8.21, at least in the short term, to kind of regain some strength. But then again, how much SoundHound's actually gone up over the last little bit, some consolidation. It's nothing really to worry about in my opinion. Plus, at least in the short term, it was rather overbought. So I think just higher highs are coming. You just have to be comfortable with a lot of volatility. But then again, my crystal ball is sometimes wrong. And so do your own due diligence at the end of the day. So let me know your thoughts on SoundHound. Are you buying the dip? Do you feel that there is going to be more of a larger pullback that does happen? Or do you think it's going to get back to kind of that trajectory to double digits and stuff like that? So don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. One final thing I just wanted to share with you, I did launch a Patreon where I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto. A lot of them have been home runs. Same goes for SoundHound. When it was at $5, and especially around that $5.20-ish range, I was saying that this is a screaming buying opportunity. As well as when it did dip from their earnings, I said this is a screaming buying opportunity. And yeah, look how that turned out. So definitely pop over to my Patreon, link in the description below, and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.